What is going on, Freedom Makers? Welcome back to the lab. We're not completely set up here, but as you can see, we're continuing to add and grow as we get settled into our new home. Today's video, I want to talk about blobs and hot ends and all of that fun, nasty stuff that we have to deal with, especially when you got multiple machines. So as you can see behind me, somewhere over there, right there, is a P1S. And it's one of a couple P1Ss I have. And in the last week, I have had to change the hot end out multiple times. Very unusual. All of it comes down to the same print that I was printing. Scaled at different sizes, so it wasn't due to the size of it. The first couple of times we were running silk, and then usually shortly after the silk, which was Bambu's silk, we would start to have issues. And the last time we did not. We used just straight PLA across the board, and we still had an issue. Now, it's not a normal issue where the blobs happen when this was all happening. What would happen is the poop chute, it would stop sending stuff down, like it would stick to the wall at the top. The whole chute was clear all the way down through, but it would just, one little piece would hang there, and then it would just blob up. And as the nozzle came through, it would just continue to blob. And would put a nasty mess on here that it wouldn't print anything. It would clog it up and then just blob up here. We broke the chunks off. Each time it happened, it was an overnight print. So this was a multicolor large print that we were constantly emptying the poop up the bucket to make sure that it wasn't going to back up, wasn't going to overflow, and we'd come in and we'd find problems in the middle of the night or in the morning. It's getting to the point where I was watching my phone from home, getting ready to cancel the job if I was catching an issue before it was an issue. The most recent one where it happened, I was able to catch it before it became a big blob mess, which is why there's hardly anything on that hot end. You can see a little bit of it building up there. And it clogged in the nozzle. However, it was enough to bend the hot end. So this is not, I don't know if I can get it to focus, it's not 100% straight. You can see it's a little bit crooked. That caused nothing but problems with every print after that. As you can imagine, because it's no longer straight. Just not worth it. So we previously were buying the complete hot end sets from Bambu as our replacements. Wasn't a big deal because prior to this, we had only replaced it one time. But that was on me for using crap filament that had been sitting around for 3 years in my garage. But lesson learned. And as I went to go, I used up the last of the stock I had of these over the last week and a half messing around with this printer. So went to Bambu's website to go look at getting a replacement hot end, and had a little bit of sticker shock. The complete hot end, so this is the 0.4 millimeter hardened steel, complete hot end, so everything, the fan assembly, the sock, everything's all done. It comes in, you just replace the module, right? Easy to do, get your printers back up and running, 2 screws, bam, in and out. Connect a couple connectors, you back up and running, no downtime. $42.99. Whoa, wait a minute. So I went back to double check, and the previous ones I bought I got them on a sale that they were running, so obviously I got a much lower price. But I paid like $28, not $43. So as you can see, I hesitated buying the complete set, but I obviously have to replace it. So if I want to get just the Hotend, it's $18.99. That literally is just this piece, not the thermistor and the fan, the heating cooling fan, uh, or these additional wires that have to snap on. It's just this Hotend with the sock is $18.99. You want to buy this piece, you're looking at adding another $24.99 for the ceramic heater and thermistor set. Now that gives you three of them, so you can divide that by three. And a cooling fan replacement is $11.99. So this led me to start looking at other opportunities. What other Hotends are out there? What other accessories are out there that might be a little more economical? And I came across a YouTube video, and I don't remember off the top of my head who it was to be able to name them here in the video, but I will link their channel down below in the description, who talked about using StrongHero. I keep saying Stronghold. It's not Stronghold. It's StrongHero3D, which is why I grabbed the box to take a look at it. So this whole assembly, the sock, the Hotend, a removable nozzle, hardened steel removable nozzle, along with a replacement nozzle, the heater and thermistor, a little tube of grease, and a little wrench for taking the nozzle off, on Amazon, $11.99. I can take the fans off the other ones that are destroyed and put that fan on there and save myself $12 on the fan, provided the fan's not destroyed, not like clogged and completely caked up with any filament or anything else. You can transfer it over. It's 2 screws. Take out these 2 screws, swap it over, put it on the other one. So I already have it on this one. So in the listing, which I'll put down below in the description, for this StrongHero Hotend, they have a V01 and a V02. But the descriptions are exactly the same. It's like, what's the difference, right? So I ordered one of each. And here's the other one, which is going back to Amazon because I'm not interested in it. I'd rather have another one of these. The other one doesn't come with all the accessories. This is all it comes with, is the Hotend. And it has a brass nozzle. And I don't think that nozzle is removable. I would much rather have the hardened steel removable nozzle so that I can swap it out if I need to. So one of the other things that the StrongHero3D Hotend does is it is a little bit wider inside here that helps print glitter and shiny silk filaments with less clogging. They claim without clogging, but at some point it's probably going to clog because they do say if you change out this nozzle to make sure it's free and clear of any clogs before you put the replacement one in. So they sell it particularly for their Galaxy glitter filament. And it is a little bit beefier. So if you take the hardened steel one from Bambu, now forget the fan that's on here. But if you put them side by side, you can see the Bambu one, which is right here, is much thinner. Let's see if I can get it to focus for you. Than the StrongHero one. So, same thing. Fan just bolts on with 2 bolts, and this slides right in as a replacement. 2 screws go right through it. Boom, done. I do notice that on their hot end, they have a couple of other mounting holes, so it's probably for other printers. I know in the reviews, people referred to, see if I can find one real quick because I didn't have that queued up. Using it on another printer other than a Bambu. I don't see it right off the top of my head, but yeah, nothing like being prepared, right? Way to go, Kevin. So, $12. I can't go wrong. What's the worst going to happen? I'm going to have another mess to clean up. So I am going to install this into the P1S back there. Right there. And we're going to run some stuff through it. Want to watch me install it? Alright, here we are over at Maple. Yes, I have all my printers named, so obviously BL is Bambu Labs, it's a P1S, Maple. They're all named after different trees. And it has the AMS, which is not attached right now because we have it out here assembled or disassembled on a work cart to be able to work on. So here's our replacement hot end. There's the 2 screws, and we're just going to simply put it into place. Come on, focus. And there are 2 holes right down here that we will screw those screws into. Let's get started. Alright, I'm going to do my best to try and show you what's going on in there without being in the way. It's a tight space, and this really isn't the camera I should be doing this with. I should probably dig out one of the GoPros and strap it to my head so you can see what's going on. But basically this thing's just going to slide right up in there, and then we'll put our screws in. Let's get our wires out of the way here. As you can see, it just slides right in there. Now there is a little plastic bracket in here that you can fish your wires up through to help them stay out of the way. Alright. Whoop. Little shaky camera. Whoop, whoop. Alright, so we're going to take the first screw. We're just going to stick it right in. Come on, baby, go. Not tighten it fully yet. We'll take our second one. Get that in, make sure it's aligned and catches. Now we'll crank them down. Boom. Boom. A little torque. A little torque. And the next step is to put our cables on. Come on. I think on my other one I ended up not putting these cables back into the plastic shroud. Okay, that's on. Let's get the next one on. Make sure that it's aligned properly. And last thing to do is to put our lovely dovey cover on, which is the same thing. It's magnetic, it pops on, and there's one cable to attach. So let's get our cable attached. Then we're going to just bring it right up. Boom. Snaps into place. And that's it. That's how easy it is to change one of those out. You can use the little Allen keys that come with it, or you can get yourself a little torque screwdrivers, plenty of mini torque sets. I think this is a T8. It's all worn off the edges of it there, so we can get it to focus. Doesn't matter because you can barely read it anyways. It's all wore off from me touching it, but works perfect on all of the various bolts that are on the Bambu printers. So, all right, so let's get some other maintenance done on this thing. We'll clean out the bottom because there's some trash down in there, residue from filament. I shouldn't really say trash. And then we'll go put this puppy back on the shelf. We'll get it fired up. All right, we got it back into place. Got it ready to go. Got the AMS hooked up and all powered back on. The very first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to go into the menu. We're going to do a calibration. Since we've moved this printer, we want to make sure that it recalibrates itself for any adjustments that need to be made based on the new position. So let's go ahead and go in here to the menu. Come down here. Scroll down to calibration. So okay. Takes about 26 minutes. Yes. Now it'll go through an auto calibration process. So when it comes back, we'll go ahead and test print. Here we go. Moment of truth. I see a black line, which is what we want to see because it's printing in black PLA matte. Let's see if it lays down the first layer pretty decently. See any issues. Let's give this a few minutes to print and we'll come back and check on it. Well, I got a notification from Bambu Studio and let's see what happened. It finished! Alright, so there you have it. We swapped out a OEM Bambu Lab Hotend that had failed us with a third-party aftermarket Hotend from StrongHero3D. Calibrated the machine and we did a test print. Now this was a basic, simple print, just enough to print something out to make sure that everything was functional before we send a production, higher quality print to the machine. So this simply is a door corner. The top layer, I didn't justify it at all. I took it right from Maker World and sent it to the printer. You can see some, I don't know how well it'll show up in the camera. There's some flaws with the finish, but I don't think it's the hot end or the nozzle. I think it's the design itself. I didn't turn on any ironing or anything else. And quite honestly, the way that this will fit on my door, I will end up using the side that was flush with the bed and has that textured finish on it. So there, it worked. It gave us a print. Long-term effects? Well, time will tell. We'll put this thing through our normal duty cycles and print what we normally print here for various different items. And I'll give you a report back after we've had some time with it and give you my honest opinion. Right now, I think that it's a pretty inexpensive replacement. Alrighty, makers. If you feel you got something out of this, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to. All those metrics are great. They help send signals to YouTube that you like the channel, the content, what we're doing, but I don't need them. Got a question? Throw it in the comments. Happy to help you out. Ignore the mess on the floor. Yes, I know I got a vacuum. We're almost getting ready for the last couple pieces to make the dedicated recording space. Can't wait for that to happen. We'll be able to get some more videos cranked out on this channel as well as our other channels. Um, just looking forward to it. I'll probably do a follow-up video within the next week on all the improvements we've made to the space and in our farm, and uh, show you where we're at. It's been a couple of weeks. We've gotten some more of our stuff in and set up and ready to go. Outside of that,